user who goes by the name or handle Crazy56479 on YouTube asked in the chat box during the live TLDR broadcast, the Locker Gnome Daily Report that we're doing right now live on YouTube. What do you think of online electronic stores versus hobby shops? Well, there are benefits and drawbacks of each one. And even when you're talking about brick and mortar stores, electronic superstores, there are benefits and drawbacks to comparing those to online stores. In fact, there was an article written recently that rang true to me, talking about one major electronics retailer that is probably going to be going out of business at some point in the near future because it's not keeping up with trends. So when you're dealing with any kind of larger site, inevitably it's going to be run by people who might know what they're talking about, but probably don't. That isn't to say that there's not a value in shopping on a big website, a well-known website, because you could likely save a lot of money. But when you go to the boutique store, whether we're talking about something online or offline, the chances of you connecting with someone who knows what they're talking about is far greater. So when it comes to electronics, and you want, as hands-on an approach as humanly possible, you want to make sure you're getting the right thing, you want to talk to someone who's qualified. And getting to someone who is qualified directly on that site will be a challenge, unless the person who knows everything about that website and everything that's on the website can, vouch for the materials, knows exactly what's going on, and put up that website because they love that particular industry. Well, in this case, you're talking about electronics. It'll be easier to deal with a human being on a smaller website. You may not get the same price, but the question then becomes, how much is good customer service worth to you? Is it worth spending a few extra dollars to know that you're dealing with a human being? To know that you may not get the best price, but if you run into a problem, you know who you to talk to. And you know that they're going to stand behind, and if they don't stand behind their products, it's really easy to share your opinion about them online, and people do that all the time. So, I think the day and age of real stores is kind of going away. There's time and a place for them, absolutely. There's sometimes I want to go in and I want to see a product, I want to hold it in my hands and say, yeah, this might work, this might not. But by and large, if I know what I'm looking for, I can get it online and save money and save the trip. Do I prefer shopping and getting most bang for my buck, or do I go to any particular site to get better customer service? It depends. So I can buy, for example, and this isn't technology, but it's in the realm, it's geeky. I can buy my Lego in a number of places. Online retailers, offline. I've been sponsored by Bull Market Toys. They've sent me a couple of sets, and I've been happy about that. But I can purchase them anywhere. And so with Lego, sometimes what it boils down to is, where can I save the most amount of money? Where can I get the most bang for my buck? And in some cases, I can't save any money at all. And at that point, if I really want to get the set that I can't get anywhere else, whether it's on eBay or Amazon or a boutique website, I'll go to Lego, because Lego gives me points, and I can accrue points that can then turn around to savings for future purchases. So, there are times that I don't really have much of a choice and will go with the best bargain available. But at the same time, if I can save money somewhere else, I absolutely will. And if I can deal with someone and know that, hey, they care about this as much as I do, that does go a long way, especially when I'm not sure about one purchase or another. And there are times that I'm not sure about one purchase or another. I mean, how many times have you picked up something only to realize this was the wrong thing? It's easier to deal sometimes with the mom and pop shops, whether they're offline or online. It's funny to say offline, really. The two are kind of blending anymore. Just curious, what you think the future is going to be. I think those stores, the manifestation of physical goods in a location, is going to go away. Certainly, the bigger stores are going to go away, I think, a lot faster than the smaller stores. that thrive on that customer service and true community connection that the big superstores just don't have. They don't have the level of expertise that the smaller stores have. A lot of different reasons you'd go with one or the other. And not to say that one is better. And one day, maybe 20 years from now, we'll all have a hollow projector table that, we want this product, it'll go, and then suddenly, I would want to know how big the mug is, and all of a sudden the mug would just, pick up, and I'd be able to gesture around it. And imagine if this was the hologram, and I was kind of spinning it around and looking at it and looking inside, and I could. That's probably going to happen at some point. So I wouldn't need to see the product physically to know, yeah, this is the right size. This is what I'm looking for. This seems to be about the right thing, right color, right this, right that. Who would need a store at that point? Oh, Amazon's betting on it. That's for sure. Your thoughts? Feel free to share them.